That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It is now time for Conversations with My Cuz. And let me introduce you to your cousin, her cousin, his cousin, my cousin, all of our cousins. We have Michelle with one L, Shay Lachey, and representing the brothers coming from Honda DJ booth, we have DJ Big Rob. Now, ladies and gentlemen, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Woo!
What's up? What's up? What's up?
Oh, so nice to see you guys.
What's going on?
All right, so I'm gonna start us off. Right, welcome to Conversations with My Cuz. I am Shay Lachey,
and it is me, your girl Michelle with one L.
And I am DJ Big Rob. Brother Love is here. How y'all ladies doing this weekend? What y'all do?
Good.
I mean, y'all business.
You want to get in our business? Well, you know my business has been unpacking, so packing, unpacking, and working.
Yeah, I'm tired of this moving story. Anyway,
yeah, well, that's what I got.
How was your week, Shay?
I actually went to Sesame Place this week with the family for the 5-year-old's birthday. So
you ain't telling me you had no kids. You got kids?
Not for me. You know, I need a child.
When that happened?
Yeah, I was, and it was nice. It was hot. It was a lot of things, and the blessed rain came down about 3:30, and we was like, well. Because as soon as it started raining, it was the perfect excuse for every parent to leave.
That's it.
We had a good time though. So
y'all took them for the Halloween?
Yes, and they had, we bought them wings, and kids had on costumes. Like that whole thing is really happening for them. So that was a lot of fun.
Oh, that's nice.
So, yeah. So it was a good thing.
That's really, really nice. That's nice.
What about you, Rob? What you been doing?
Man, listen, I got the studio back up and running. You see the lights, you see Love is looking fabulous today. That takes a lot of work. I've been grinding all weekend trying to get it right. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get it right.
It's on. That's why it's about to be on again.
I finally got a chance to spend a whole week at home. I haven't done that since the beginning of the summer between DJ gigs and real estate deals. And man, it just feels good to be home.
Nice. Okay.
Nice. It does feel good to be home, right?
Man.
Being at home is what's up.
I'm trying to tell you.
For real.
Is that how you caught some TV as well? Because I know you was talking about you caught some TV these days, some Netflix and this and that.
Yeah. So everybody was hollering about the Dave Chappelle, right? So I've been trying to watch this like for I don't know, maybe about a week. I just can't get into it. I mean, stuff he said, it made a lot of sense. I loved what he said and I understood what he was coming from. But again, to me, he just wasn't funny like that. I got ready to see it all. I'm like, yeah, but his stories, his logic is great. His logic is great, true. But you know what he was saying, but he was slow with it, man. Like, come on, punchline, nigga, punchline.
It felt like a conversation.
Funny
conversation, and I enjoyed that part of it.
I do too.
I didn't lose interest.
I think with Dave Chappelle, a lot of his jokes are cringeworthy, and you kind of be like, oh, but then there's a little humor attached to it. So I think that kind of throws people off because you got to really find the humor. And I know I have a really dark sense of humor. I get it from my dad. So a lot of things that most people don't laugh at, I laugh at.
Yeah,
I think maybe that's why I'm a fan of Dave Chappelle because I have a weird sense of humor, and it's kind of
the kind that laughs at funerals.
And not at funerals, but I would find something funny speaking of laughing at funerals, I was laughing at my aunt's funeral, not at her, but me and my dad was sitting there cracking jokes.
Yeah.
So it's his fault.
You know what it was too is that he did a lot of research in this. Like, I didn't think baby done shot somebody in the ass in Walmart or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sitting here like, yo, what's really good with that? So he did his research and he dug and he brought up a key points. But on that note, ladies, y'all funny because I done said some things and y'all done beat me up dog rotten about it. And then all of a sudden, Dave Chappelle says it, and now the shit makes sense, right? Oh, come on. I think y'all hating on love. I just think y'all hating on love.
Neither one of us said that we agree with everything that Dave Chappelle said. That doesn't mean that we didn't find it funny. Right. I think what happens is that one of the things that he keeps pointing out is that people are just too damn sensitive. Yeah. Like, where is the comedy? Like, we're supposed to be able to laugh at certain things. Now, I come from a family that if there's anything about you that's slightly funny, we're going to gig on you.
Oh, definitely. By the time
you get
the street,
all of us are like that.
Nothing. Exactly.
All like that. This is only in our circle of family.
Right. Like, you can't say it and then
I know y'all think I'm super sensitive because I can be, but I can also take it too. Right?
Yeah, but y'all be want to put disclaimers. Y'all would want to put disclaimers on love. You know, y'all be want to put disclaimers on love. Like, you know what I'm saying? Love can't let it come out.
We listen to you, and a lot of things you say make sense. A lot of things you say make sense. I would say 93% of the things you say make sense.
I know. I think because I bring it out in a passionate way. You know, I'm very passionate about what I be saying sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Long as y'all put some respect on my name sometimes, you know, I can understand what, you know, conscious, 6 H in the hand.
Shout out
DJ Raw. What I do think with Dave Chappelle is that he was getting a lot of flack because they were feeling like he was going against the LGBTQ community. When I looked at it and I was like, he was actually riding for them.
He was riding for them, and that's what I was saying too about the LGBTQ community, is because a lot of the times is, again, they're normal people. They is nothing special about them. They just like the same sex, or they just might want to turn their sexuality around, but whatever. But again, to me, that's their life. They are normal people like us, and that's just really it. We should treat them as so. That's all.
I agree. I totally
agree. And that's what he was pointing out.
That's what he was saying too.
And I said that I agreed, and then I fell asleep.
That's what he was saying too. But then he's like, when it comes to us as a community, our culture and Black people,
exactly,
they not riding for us as hard as they want everybody to ride for them. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of what he was getting at. And because when Dave Chappelle was doing all of the stereotypical things on his show, wasn't no big uproar.
No,
right, exactly.
Was no uproar, but now that he's doing and he's talking about transphobia and all these different things, it's like, oh my God, what? So yeah, I totally get it. I'm an ally for the community as well.
Agreed.
Love, it is what it is.
But we have to be able to laugh at ourselves, and that's part of it. Is that it doesn't necessarily mean that we're against anything. Some things are just funny.
Yeah, it is.
Funny. It's funny.
And you gotta laugh at it. It just is what it is. So
it is. Everybody's just, everybody's just really, really too sensitive. And that's where, at some time is that we gotta really, really just push forward and just take life one day at a time. Like, get the, I don't know, get the stick out your ass or something. It's like, come on, stop it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's even like that, it's funny how you raised and how the things they be saying, like he used the N-word a lot, right? So it's like at a lot of the times is I might use the N-word too, and it's like you might be choosing ask the guy on the couch, you shoot me in the head if I use that word. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time is what you was growing up around and what you seen and what you saw. Me, you got to remember, we're from a diverse community. So our experience with racism isn't like everybody else's experience.
Right.
We grew up, we got Puerto Rican friends, we got white friends, we got Chinese friends, and the Patricans, the Dominicans, Peruvians, all them ends. But you understand, but we grew up with them. Corona was such a diverse community is honestly, we'll turn around, hey, cracker, even my man Storm's my right hand man. He's Puerto Rican and don't know Spanish. You understand what I'm saying? And we sit there and we really laugh and we joke about it. And we might say things to one another, but it's like people, oh my God, you said that. Oh my God. It's crazy. It's really crazy nowadays. Like, that's why I'm gonna just stay home. That's love is just staying home.
People put too much power on words. People give words too much power.
Too much power. They do.
I heard somebody say, like, okay, if you get on your feelings about somebody calling you a nigga, that's kind of like on you. Or you know what I mean? Because it's how you look at yourself that way. Are you that?
Yeah.
Are you the negative thing of that? So if you're going to be the one that's going to be all upset and up in arms, and I'm like,
yeah, it's crazy. Like I said, even with experiencing racism and getting ahead and understanding, like I always tell, even with my son, I always tell him, understand that you're behind the 8 ball all the time, and you're always going to fight to get ahead. So don't take that personal. Whatever it is it is what it is. Don't take that personal, and it's going to make you stronger in the long run.
Right.
You understand? Yeah, and that's just it. People are going to say dumb things to you.
They do that because they want to get a reaction from you. Right. They want to take something from you.
Exactly.
And really and truly, I've always been one to say, how quickly do you give away your joy?
Yeah.
You just, as soon as somebody lightly taps you,
right.
Somebody bump you in the street, you know how quickly people just turn from walking down the street, minding their business, somebody bumps them and bam, your joy is gone. You automatically.
And that's something that I had to learn
of the day. Like, hold on to it.
Yeah, because the things that trigger us, we have to really look at where that comes from. You know what I mean? And deal with it. Because you're going to be walking around wanting to fight everybody because somebody said something to you that you didn't like.
Yeah.
So what you going to do with that?
Smoke marijuana. It solves a lot of problems.
Don't smoke a little joint.
I can't do that.
You're gonna be my bad,
Yeah.
Brother love and all that. But guys, you know what? We forgot to take our toast, so we're gonna do it really quick. As you guys can see, we are all in pink and we're representing breast cancer awareness. This is October. So ladies, go get them tatas checked out.
Absolutely. Mammograms are
mammograms. Make sure that you go in and get your annuals, and especially women of a certain age, make sure you go yearly.
Please take care of them things.
And fellas too, because men can get breast cancer.
Absolutely.
Yes. So I don't do men get mammograms? I don't think
they don't get, but you should still be checking, especially if you got little nips like certain people. I won't say that out loud. I'm going to put some respect on his name.
You like man boobs?
Man boobs. Some man boobs. I like some man boobs. I
don't mind nobody playing with my titties.
I like some man boobs.
You can play with these titties. Cheers, ladies.
So, yes.
That was white wine, which I don't ever drink, but I
have white water.
Yeah, that's margarita.
White water? Why is it white? No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, I think it's time for our segment of Let Me Ask My Cuz.
Oh man, hold on.
Let me ask my cuz.
Oh yeah, take that. Hey, it's the remix. Conversations. We here. Hey, don't stop, won't stop. Conversations. Hey, yes.
I'm gonna have to find something to interject.
You put up a flag or something.
Too much fun.
But guys, you know what? We need you guys to send us your questions. Send us some questions so we can talk about your stuff on the air.
Yes, please.
So email your questions to conversationswithmycuz@gmail.
Please.
Yes, please. Well, go ahead, because I got something to say.
First question. First, shout out to the chat. Hey, Kim.
Yes.
Hey, Kim.
I know we've been shouting. We've been just jump right into the conversation.
And then we're going to go right into the first question. Thank you guys for joining us.
Shout out to my man, Jerome. I see you. I need your support, my brother. I need your support.
He put a nice acronym in the chat for the word nigga.
I saw it.
Never ignorant. I lost it. Never ignorant, getting goals accomplished.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Yes.
Hey, Omar. It's one of my brothers.
All right.
Yeah.
So
About
here's
time
the
we got
first.
some brothers.
Oh, look at you feeling some type of way, huh?
I'm on my own.
So here's the first question. I am a 41-year-old divorced woman. My 2 grown children live with their dad. I have been in a relationship with Sir Talks a Lot for 16 months. I feel like I love him, but I'm having lots of doubts. When I don't see him, it doesn't bother me. If I made a pros and cons list, there would be more cons than pros. And he talks nonstop about anything and everything. If he's not texting me, he's calling me. We don't go on real dates. All we do is hang out or go out to grab a bite to eat. He contradicts himself often, and if we argue, he's always the victim. He talks a good game, but I feel like it's all talk. I have gotten flowers once in 16 months and no holidays or birthday gifts. But his talk game is so good that I feel guilty for thinking about breaking things off. Is it me, or am I just feeling suffocated?
Let me answer that first.
Well, go ahead.
You go first, because
I got a question. Is it really the talk game? Is what I want to know. Or is
That's that. Yeah, I think the talk game translates to
salami.
Yeah.
That's salami to keep you in a situation.
Salami, baby. That's what it is.
Salami too.
Yeah.
Because she don't like him. I'm like,
he definitely needs.
So what do you like? You don't go out. You don't do nothing.
Don't buy you nothing.
You can't stand it when he talk.
He talk too damn much.
I told y'all about that power of the salami. You know what I'm saying?
But
here we go. I got the answer. Keep your drawers on.
I think she should let him go because she doesn't really like him, right?
She said she loves him. You have to think about loving somebody. Come on, baby. Go on, break up with him.
Yeah,
find you somebody that you like. She can't let that thing go.
It's love.
But I think that part of her problem is that she needs to speak up, right? Because if you like gifts, you need to be able to say to him, I like a cheerful gift giver. Like, my birthday is coming up. I like this. Or
16 months and this is what you're doing?
Listen.
You should have had that already.
That's not right. That's not a conversation you have after 16 months. After 16 months, if dude ain't never thought about buying you something for your birthday, then what you doing?
And you should be in 16 months able to tell him to shut the fuck up.
Right.
Like, Lord.
You talk
no, sister. She put some respect on it. She put some respect on that man's name. That's what she did.
Because of the salami?
The salami, honey.
Tell him that you want to
play a quiet game.
I'm sorry. I don't give a damn how great your salami is. If you talk too much, I'm gonna say, baby. Okay, can we just?
Because you only give the salami so long in a day. Yeah, like, be quiet.
Can we just watch TV?
I've stopped.
Can you watch TV?
Because if he's talking too much, she said.
Yeah, I get what he's saying, but when you got that many complaints, they don't even need to be together.
They don't. That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm talking about. Boy, somebody hitting the ham.
Because truly, when you're in a relationship, I think that one of the great things is if you can sit with your mate in comfortable silence. That's a beautiful thing,
isn't it?
You don't feel the need to fill the void. And if you're feeling like you have to fill the empty space with just gibberish or just opening up conversation for just the need to have sound, is a problem. You should be able to sit with your mate.
I agree.
Yeah, sometimes, but you know what it is too is I don't know, because I think for a man is that it's all on your actions. When a woman is over talking to you, you're doing something wrong. That's the way I really look at it. Is you got to look at the action. So that man might be feeling a certain way too, and that's why when somebody's feeling the void, they want to have a conversation. They want to talk about it. And what I'm thinking was going on with them, actually, she just like, get them drawers off, and I don't want to do no more talking because I don't like you.
Yeah,
you understand what I'm saying? I think that's what it really is. So he keeps trying to communicate, and really trying to make it well. You know what I'm saying?
But is he trying to communicate? Because she's saying that he's talking about nothing, really.
Yeah, I agree with you.
The fact that she has to ask means she already knows he's not for her. I agree with that.
Yeah, but sometimes when somebody's getting on your nerves, everything you say sounds like nothing. That's true. God, didn't we talk about this today? Didn't we just discuss this yesterday? You understand what I'm saying? So
she just feeling in the air. She need a new maintenance man, and everything will be great. One that knows how to shut the fuck up.
Because 16 months and this is where you at.
You can't stand to hear him talk. Like, oh my God. Yeah. He got to be repeating himself. Like, if you don't shut the fuck up.
Maybe she should go back to our episode on toys. Maybe she need to look at what
How about that?
Well, I got a question. I have a question, so I don't want to keep us on that one topic. So let me just
I got something to
say about this one. So after 28 years of marriage, is it strange that, this is a man coming from a man. Is it strange that I would like my wife to initiate sex? I would like to know that she is interested, not just me. When I brought it up 3 weeks ago, her response again was, we can whenever you want to, which wasn't true because I haven't been turned down before, Any suggestions? She stays home all day and wants nothing. Do you think she's getting it somewhere else?
Well, after 28 years, the answer is not break up, but you better find you a new hobby because something's going on there. And I'm a guy too. You know what I'm saying? I like a woman to initiate sex on me as well. So at sometimes, I ain't got enough time for this shit. What you want, baby? Let's just get to it. The chasing is fine sometimes, but you know what I'm saying? Let me know what you want. You know what I'm saying? Let me play with the fanny or something. It's like, so I get what he's saying, and that could really, really be a turn on for a man. Like, if my woman don't entice me or kind of make me want to say that, that she wants to, then you know what? Shit, I'm dead on. I'm on this couch. I'm on the phone with my guy on the couch. What up, nigga?
I guess that could be
But after 28 years, it's rough. You got a problem. You might check that show we did on masturbation and porn. That might be a perfect show for him.
We got a show for every problem.
Listen, we got references now.
Let's go check us out. Go watch the reviews.
Yeah.
After 28 years, she's not initiating sex. She's either over it. Now, I don't want to say over him. They need something to spice up their sex life.
Agreed.
The fact that he's coming for help, I'm hoping he's having this conversation with her. But she say something like she does or whatever. But clearly,
it's like anytime you want to, I'm with it. I'm willing to, give it up smooth.
But my thing is, if she's not turning you down when you want it, then bro, go ahead, just make it happen.
Yeah, but it probably feels like he's always, tapping at the door. And
can I get a little something?
What's funny though? Yo, when you're young and you're stupid, right? So I remember I was married. Me and my ex-wife was going through our thing, right? So she was sleeping in one bedroom and I was sleeping in the other. I swear I was knocking on that door. Yo, I need to come over to your apartment for a minute. Even if she said no, I didn't give a fuck. I'm coming for some of that.
And I'm like, get some of that. And the fellas in the chat are saying men want to feel attractive and desired as well.
Yes,
I agree.
definitely, all the time.
If they're initiating it all the time, I'm quite sure there's something in them like, well, damn. So
she don't really, she's not enjoying it. I want to say that she's not getting any joy out of it. Probably feeling very obligatory, like I just need to make sure he won't go anywhere else. So therefore, whenever he wants it, I will give it. But she just may not have that loving feeling for him.
Or she got salami elsewhere.
Yeah, there's that too.
Well, I've been that guy too, and I can understand that. Sometimes, that could be it. That's 9 times out of 10. That might be it.
That could be a thing. Because a lot of times women who just stop having sex with their man or wanting to have sex with their man, there's something else going on. And I don't want to say it's always
but you could always tell because the woman's attitude changes.
Well, let me say this.
Something to respect change a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Let me say this. After 28 years of marriage, that sounds like a seasoned woman. So she could very well be going through menopause.
Menopause too.
Oh, I knew. Yeah, I knew. Yeah, I was going to say the same thing.
That's right.
Maybe
that takes away. It can take away a lot from you. I mean, this poor woman, this poor man, she hasn't been initiating, and if you complaining after 28 years, bro, shit ain't gonna change.
But you know, after 20, but you know what's crazy is shout out to the wife, because after 28 years and it's still good. Oh shit, it gotta be fabulous.
He's still not.
I don't want no more after 28 days. 28 years? That's a
the fact that they're still having sex with each other and there's some sort of intimacy between the two. Shout out to the 28.
He just wants to feel like,
Nah, it's something in the water. I'm telling you, that coochie ain't going bad. That ain't been a part.
No, and I don't want to put it on cheating, because it doesn't have to be that. I mean, those are just different scenarios. I mean, like Shay said, it could be menopause. It could be, you know.
Man, someone else.
For me to want something after 28 years, goddamn. Ask him what's her name.
You are so silly.
Rose said, is it possible that men can initiate so often that the woman doesn't even think about it because he usually does that work? If that's been the dynamics of their relationship for all these years, then that could be it. I mean, if she was never... Does he mention that she ever initiated, or he just says that she just doesn't?
She just doesn't. No.
So we don't know the history. That's been
nah. Your woman, listen, I don't give a good goddamn. You could have slammed it on the wall, beat it, whatever you did. When she'll call you in the morning. She want that thing. She want that thing. That's bullshit. She want that thing.
Well, it depends on the relationship, because there could be some truth to that. Let's say y'all married and every day is the same. You know, Monday, Tuesday is spaghetti. She know by Wednesday he gonna come tapping on the shoulder. Yeah. So, you know, on Sunday he got some, and usually it take about 3 days before he start looking at her like that.
You know, this is
just be that predictable. It could be that
on Monday.
This question really kills me. Let me tell you.
Whenever it's not a sports team on, you know what I mean? Who knows?
Let me tell you one story. So, me and my ex-wife was going through that, you know, so she called herself not giving me none, right? So I went into my drawer and I pulled out my marriage license, right?
To say what? The kitchen and the bedroom, Florida.
Yo, you know how you got a license to drive a car? This is my license to drive that ass.
You see, that's why we call you.
That's why she's an ex.
Yo, I promise you.
That's why she's an ex.
Yo, young and stupidity. I'm telling you, I swear to God, I went and got that marriage license. Now, if you want me to,
he was gonna get you stuff.
If you want me to go somewhere else, that's illegal.
I wish a mother sucker would.
I promise you I did.
And what did she do is what I want to know. What was her response?
Oh, we got something that night. I got something that night.
You probably anything to shut him up. He's like, come in here and hurry up so I can go to bed.
And I said, thank you much obliged. I'm going back to my apartment now.
But seriously, at 28, thankfully that man at 28 is not having no issues with his thing either, right? Because
he could be.
We start to have some of these issues, and menopause is a very serious deal.
Shout out to the man on the couch. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Bingo.
It's a wife dude to get that booty.
Shout out to the man on the couch. I figure he'll see things my way one day.
Next comment. What'd Samara say? They may just be misinterpreting each other's sexual interests, which presents differently as age. That is another way. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
That's a more logical way
he needs to go get his marriage license, for better or for worse.
What they need is a conversation. And this is where the problem comes in, because if she's going through some things and saying, I just don't feel like it, but I will when you want to.
That's a good wife, though.
That's a conversation, because no man wants to feel every time it's time, and he didn't say she was turning him down. He just says that she doesn't initiate.
Mm-hmm. She turned him down a couple times, though. He said.
Oh, he said he turned her down a couple times.
He said, yeah. She said we can do whatever we want, but she has said no.
But how does that really happen? Like we're living in the house and sleeping in the same bed, and you tell me no.
Now that's a thing. Is
Like,
that okay?
Like is that really okay? I tell you, that's why I got my license.
No, let me.
That license hold weight.
It is okay to not be in the mood to have sex. I'm tired. Or I'm not feeling well. What the hell?
Let's get over it.
And you're resting.
Yeah, you got on my damn nerve today, and I'm not feeling you.
You pissed me off earlier today. I just want to go to sleep. Leave me alone.
I know. I tell you.
But that's next week. We're talking about marriage and stuff next week. We're gonna save this because I'm gonna bring this up next week because we need to talk about that. The no factor, like
no, hell no. You got a license. That shit. All this shit is legal.
No, we're not. No,
it's legal.
We gonna move on into the topic.
You know how Shay say I'll give you something, we go together. Well, when you sign this paper, that ass is mine. So.
No. You can't
know that before she
be careful what you're signing for.
You see, this is what I'm talking about.
That's why she need her own bedroom.
Yeah, she ain't like
right. She need her own bedroom.
I gotta get away from this,
guys. Before we move on into the topic of today's show. Let's shout out our radio listeners. What's up to the radio listeners?
Yes.
Hey guys.
Hey radio.
Hey radio. Hey iHeart. Hey Spotify. Hey Apple Podcasts. Whoever's checking us out. Thank you. Thank you. And YouTube, our viewers.
Yes.
So today's topic is
erectile dysfunction.
Erectile dysfunction and menopause.
And how it affects relationships.
How it affects your relationship and your sex life.
Yo, shout out to Cameraman P before we start, because we have to. I thought about this other time. We have to get this behind the scenes footage.
Yeah.
We really have to, because working with y'all, and sometimes it just gets complicated. I be overwhelmed. Y'all don't understand me. This ain't right.
We understand you after 45 minutes of explaining yourself.
Yes. But then we show up here and then we have a fabulous show.
Yes.
That's what usually happens.
Right. Because my thing, when we did have our pre-show conversation, one of the things that I was talking about is that when you have these kind of issues, where you falter in relationships is that people, the man and the woman, don't really share what is happening with them so that they can continue to have a healthy relationship, right? Men will sneak and take something. Women will, use like some kind of vaginal lubricator and not necessarily share what's happening with them. So that because they have these, I think it's because they have fears about, the person not being as attracted. If you come to me and say, look, my dick ain't working and I don't know why. And I'm like,
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That was just kind of funny the way you said it.
But let me ask you a question. If a man is taking something, what business of it is yours if it's working?
No, well, none, except that we're in a relationship and he don't have to take something every time, right? Because maybe I don't feel like it because I'm going through my own thing, and we could just have a different kind of intimacy if we're having a real conversation about it.
Oh, I see where this conversation.
So I see what you're saying. So basically, if he's having a problem and he's taking something, to rectify the problem so y'all can do what you do. Rashay's basically saying like he could just take it without telling you.
Yeah, but he's gonna come to me on a day when I don't feel like it.
Or how about you?
So wait a minute. So hold on. So you trying to tell me that a man needs to call you, baby? You know what I'm saying? I'm getting ready to get this pack of vitamins. I need to know, should I take them at 12? Because I got to get them in 6 hours before. So you got to let me know. Is it all right for me? Come on, man. Tonight going to be tonight, goddammit. You know what I had to go through to make this night happen? Get your ass up.
That's why you need to have the conversation so I could be like, texting bed at work, take your little pill.
Boy, take that pill. Take that pill.
Before you get home.
Come home.
That's when you both are on the same page. And,
yes.
Hey, there's no shame in your game at all. Listen, I know my man got to take this little pill. Let me give him a little pre-warning. I'm feeling kind of randy.
That's right.
And I'm gonna need to pop that pill.
Yeah, but like I said,
down.
As we was discussing earlier last week, I was explaining to like men are different. Some men start taking stuff at young ages because they just greedy or something's going on in their life, instead of trying to figure it out. And a lot of people really don't rule out mental health or things that's going on with them personally. I just Miss Shayla Shea, I did my facts and I went online, I did some research. So I'm ready for this today.
I'm so glad to hear it.
But they said within okay, so they said basically 50% of men by the age of 50 have some type of erectile dysfunction. 40% of men by the age of 60 have erectile dysfunction. 30% of those situations is realmed by depression. It's realmed by lifetime experiences. And at times, really whatever erectile treatment that people want, then it's not really not needed. It's not wanted. So, it goes back to protecting your mental health and ruling out other things on why your thing don't work.
Because there's a lot of medical issues that can affect men.
Yes.
And
true.
High blood pressure is a very big one. Heart disease, right? These are things that as we age, people start to have different kinds of issues, right? Depression, certainly. I think depression across the board for men and women alike can just completely take away your desire. I mean, women, we don't have a problem with function, but certainly the desire to be intimate can be taken away from that kind of thing. But once you kind of get to a point where you have been healthy, you've done all the things, you're eating right, you're exercising, you got your mind right, and your dick ain't working, then what do you do, right?
Well, then, that's what it kind of really comes down. But then they said again, the other 40% of men, they be getting it popping in their 80s, like, you know what I'm saying, like, grandma, come on over, hey.
So
you know what I'm saying? That's gonna be raw, like, ooh.
No, I have one fact here. It says many things cause erection problems. Although lack of sexual attraction to your partner might be one of them, it's far more likely to be something else than just not being attracted. And then it gives heart problems.
Right. It says it's a symptom. Right. That is a symptom of heart disease.
It also gives stress, anxiety, depression, and smoking and drinking alcohol.
That's all mental health. So the first two you said you was good, and the last 8 was mental health.
Well, medications for whatever you say. The first, stress and anxiety.
Right. Medication, honey. If you're taking a pill for one thing,
you gotta take another pill for something else. Yes.
Yes.
What Tamara said, in a relationship, yes, it should be discussed because something deeper and more serious could be going on. Being informed is everything. Agreed.
Yes.
Right. Because a man who's hot, like you in a relationship and you don't want to have the conversation, the wife doesn't want to really embarrass him by bringing it up. He's suffering in a situation that you really could address. Like you want to say, hey, go to the doctor, get your blood work done. Let's change our diet. Let's only drink on Friday. Let's quit smoking.
Right.
There's so many things that you can do if those are issues, provided that you're having this open conversation. And I think that's really where it falls into, is that your man needs to be a part of it, right? Because as women, when we are at an age where we start to go through issues with menopause, you can have a myriad of 1 to 30 plus symptoms of menopause, and no two women are alike
at all.
Right now, some you hear about hot flashes all the time. Some women never get them, but they can find themselves deeply depressed. And some women will experience vaginal dryness, and other women will experience painful sex. And so it's a bunch of things that can go wrong. And when you get to a certain point, you need to be able to say to your mate, hey, these are the things that are happening, so y'all can figure out how to make that thing work.
Figure it out. But that's for when people who are in these relationships already. What about the people who are up in age and are looking for love?
What's funny?
And experiencing. Hold on one second. And experiencing these problems going into the situation. That's hard to deal with, because how do you just openly have that conversation with somebody you're just meeting? Like, look.
Work.
Well, Well, I'm at that age and I'm single, and I think that it's funny because I was just really thinking about this. Like when you're content in life, like sometimes it's like whatever. Like sex, is not not number one on my tier right now. It's other lifetime experiences that I want to have. So coming down with sex for first of all, sex for a single guy our age. To me, is gonna cost you. And when I say cost you, I don't mean money. I mean it's gonna cost you. You're going to give up something, your time, your energy, whatever it is, your stress level. You're bringing something else into your life. You understand what I'm saying? So at that time is sometimes I really got to think about somebody that I really want to date. Like, how much is this gonna really cost me? So getting back to that subject with the issues is if you even have the sex issues, is like to me it shouldn't even be important at this point in life because it's so much more life for us to experience than that. So if I'm looking for a mate right now, I'm not the sex is going to be there, but something else. It has to be something else. So to me, I don't think it'll be that important.
And for me either going into a situation, because I'm a single woman as well and I'm in my 50s, for me sex is not the first thing I'm looking for. I'm like, you can get it. That's not where I'm at in my life. My thing is,
wait a minute now. I'm listening to both of y'all.
Hold on, Miss Angela.
I'm not saying that I wouldn't want to have sex. I'm just saying that's not the thing that I'm looking at the man like, I'm when I was younger, I'm looking at dude and I'm like,
let me just ask you a question. Okay. So now you're single, you meet this guy, he's handsome, got a good job, got a whole bunch, good things going on for you. But then he tells you that he has this medical issue where he can't get an erection. And the only way that he gets an erection is that he got a penis pump installed.
What?
It's a real thing. It's
a
real thing.
But, I think I'll make a game. I'll make a game out of it.
Wait. Hold on. So now he comes to you, right? And he tells you that this is what he's got to deal with. But you liked him up until then, and then he throws that into the pot. How are we working with that?
Okay. It depends.
Tell the truth. We know you.
It depends on how far along we're in the process.
You really, really like him.
So we've been dating for some, we haven't had sex yet when we're dating, and he's
we haven't had sex. He didn't have sex because he didn't know how to talk about the pump.
All right, so I'm not gonna say that I'm gonna be like out the door. That's not like the ultimate deal breaker, because if the pump is going to get him up, then it's going to get him up. Shit, let's rock out.
But see, that's what I was saying, because if I needed a pump, we're going to talk about, hey, baby, I got this pump. We need you to play.
We're going to work it out. Now,
you got to make it interesting.
Then my question for the DJ question is, you meet a woman, she's awesome in all these ways, right? But then she tells you that she hasn't had the desire to have sex in a really long time, and that the last time that she tried it, it was very, very painful, and that she was extremely dry, and she's really not interested in being sexually intimate. How you working with that?
That's probably that's a deal breaker for me.
That is an honest man.
That's a deal.
Tell me I wasn't being honest.
It's a deal breaker for me because like I said, once I'm in it, right? So again, at my age, I'm not looking to cheat no more. I'm not looking to play no games. I'm not looking to step outside a relationship. So that really, really might be a deal breaker for me. And that's why, again, I'm single and I'm happy and I'm living my life, and I ain't looking for, if it comes, because that's other people's situations. So I ain't deal breaker.
And the difference between the two is she doesn't want to have sex at all. The difference with the man that you described, it's not that he can't have sex. He just got to pump it up. He just got to pump it up.
You know what's funny though? But if that was the old me, I'd have been ignorant. Like, well, ain't nothing wrong with your mouth though, is it?
And that's my thing too. But also, if I really, really like you, my thing is let's explore other options and see what we can do to maybe
deal breaker.
correct the situation.
Deal breaker. I'm too new to this shit. Deal breaker.
I'm not a deal breaker.
That's like a woman with 6 kids. Deal breaker.
Oh, what is the difference with it? Well,
yeah, I think for me, like if we were already in the relationship and we have any issues, we should work it out. You know, that would not be a reason to leave the relationship. But going into a brand new relationship, knowing that we're going to have these type of issues, probably would give me cause for pause.
Okay.
I just personally, that just matters a lot to me. So
sexual thing. That's because it's a sexual thing for you.
Yeah.
And for me, the sex thing is not as important as other things for me.
Yeah.
No, sex ain't that important to me, but shit, goddamn it, when I want it, goddamn.
Well, yeah, for the woman that doesn't work at all. For me, it's not a sex thing. For me, if we can have sex and we can have the level of intimacy where we can have sex.
Yeah, but I'm not looking to be in a sexless relationship. I'm not.
No, I don't. Well, that guy doesn't seem like he's a sexless guy. And my thing is, if everything else is lining up, and that's the one problem, I don't think that's going to be an issue for me because it's still going to work. We just got to pump that shit up. Part of foreplay.
Pump.
Don't get the pump, baby.
I can hear you now in the text. Baby, did you bring the pump tonight?
I'll bling that shit out, make it look pretty.
put diamonds and shit around it. You know what this is? Hey, baby, I bought you something for Christmas.
Yeah, man. Let's rock it up with
those are really rough situations, and like, you know, it's just weird. And when you look at it, men, I think that especially you men, look at what's going on with you when you start dating, because a lot of us don't pay attention to it. You know what I'm saying? And we get into some shit like, where the fuck did I get here? You understand what I'm saying? That's because you don't pay attention. You know, and it's like you move too fast and you think, and like I said, you got to understand, you got to do background checks, medical checks, all kinds of things, because this is your life you're talking about. You know, and I tell people a lot of the times, like they say, oh, you know, you just turned 50 and you still, I said, no, but I guarantee you, I'm almost positive that my next 50 years ain't gonna be like my last 50 years.
A lot of education.
You understand what I'm saying? So it's like at the same time is, you know, men, we have to really, really pay attention at what we're getting into instead of, you know, just running into something, because the first thing a woman tells you is, you knew, why you here? You know, why did you do this? You know, like, you opened up my heart to something and now you want to change. And we be sitting there looking like, oh shit, that's fucked up. Like, I guess you're right. Let me go mow the lawn then. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I totally. And I would think that even for a man to have to approach, and I think that would put people into that space of depression, especially knowing that you have these problems and you're single. And then it's like, all right, let me just face life alone at this point. I don't even want to be with nobody because nobody's gonna accept me with this issue.
See, I don't know, because I could say to myself, it's a possibility I might be alone. You know what I'm saying? And that's, I'm not depressed. I'm not none of that, but I know, I know I'm difficult. You understand what I'm saying? And I know what I want. So I'm not going to, at this point, I'm not going to really, really settle. I'd rather be myself on my walk than settle. Then settle, huh?
You don't, your dick is working just fine.
Oh, well, I'm just saying.
I'm talking about
erectile
that's already having the problem and single.
And your needs.
Yeah, but that's the same thing, because, you know, sometimes I could practice abstinence as well. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not to say it don't work. You know, I could go. You know, we saw the show on masturbation and goddamn porn. So you know, it works very well. But sometimes I choose not to use it.
But if you wanted to use it, you could. You got to think about the person who can't use it.
Well,
right, the level, because that has to come with a lot of anxiety,
some sort of anxiety and stress, and I'm just gonna be by myself, and that might not feel good because you have the option to not be by yourself because your thing work.
Yeah, but
you know what? Think don't work, that might not be an option for him, or he just decided, you know what, nobody's gonna want me in my limp ass penis, so I'm just gonna sit over here.
Listen, hold on, let me tell you something. Let me tell you about my daddy before he passed away. This man was 82 years old. COPD. lungs not working. See, you smoke cigarettes on there. The man tried and tried to get a penile implant. Okay, listen to me.
82. What you
We
gonna
have
do?
options, fellas. You know what I'm saying?
There are options.
And literally, I remember one time, me and my, shout out to Mike that took care of my dad. We had to get him out the tub. We washing him. We got to dry him down. And I said that, and his doctor's appointment was for this penile implant. Okay, literally. So we getting him ready to get a penile implant. This man can't even bathe himself. Okay, so I said to him, I said, "Yo, man, what are we doing here? This don't make no damn sense. Even if you get this implant, what are you gonna do?" He said, "Shit. Only thing she gotta do is sit on it." Shout out to my pops. I promise you. So yeah, the penal thing is really a thing with men. So
at 82, and
yeah, 82 is still yeah. So it is a mental thing, because I couldn't believe that shit. That shit was crazy to me.
Because when your penis go, that's like, oh, my manhood is gone.
Yeah, that is.
And then that goes to women too, with menopause and having the issues that we have as women. You know,
but y'all don't have the desire, from what I understand. That's the difference.
With menopause,
every woman is not the same.
Not all the same. You know,
what's not having a desire though?
You don't have a sexual desire. You don't even want to have sex. Like,
okay, then so how could you feel bad about something that you don't even have a want for?
Well, you have a mate. If you have a husband and he desires it, you know that you're not. And you come in.
All right.
And it's a problem.
Oh, okay. All right. So
if you're single, it don't matter. But if you're in a relationship.
But I think it's a little different, because your thing is thinking about your mate or whatever the case may have been, where you don't even have the desire. Imagine if you have the desire and you can't perform.
That's how it is with women with vaginal dryness.
Yeah.
You be completely turned on and the shit will not moisturize in the proper way. Because
y'all know we had this conversation. That might be a deal breaker for me too.
And everything about you physically is completely turned on.
But there's lubricants.
Then we talk about that lube stuff. That come on, now y'all want to.
There's a difference. Let me tell you.
Smell like a whorehouse. I can't do no lube. That sounds like I'm back in DR.
They all can't be the same. There has to be some nice scent.
It has to be something.
It has to be something. Maybe you're only using the wrong
as soon as I hear that lube, I smell that lube, I think about Maria.
They got plant-based lubricants these days.
She was crying when I left the Dominican Republic.
No, but listen, for real talk, there are women out there experiencing this, and we want them to give them some sort of hope. Like, dang, you just messed up. That's it.
Your mouth.
Forever.
Your mouth. If you don't have the desire, that's true. That's cool.
But even before you use lubricants, they have vaginal lubricants, which are like suppositories.
Oh yeah, the ones that smell like reefer, right?
Some smell like reefer.
They have the CBD.
Stop saying reefer.
That's that shit that I want to try. I'm gonna go buy some of that shit.
So they have. Let me tell it, because because we had the conversation. But they have vaginal suppositories that women can put in, and what it does is it moisturizes your lining, and it actually helps you to shed some of the dry areas. So it exposes a new layer that's moist and etc. Kind of, gives it a rejuvenation. And some of them, for women who are experiencing not feeling like they want to, they have some that have THC in them, which helps them to get aroused.
Nice.
So
many options.
Hold up. So now let me hold on, Michelle. Now let me turn this around on you, Shay. Now,
I ain't scared of you, bro.
What if I am sitting at home and I just ain't in the mood, huh? What do you think about that, huh? I ain't in the mood. Now, do you pop one or not?
Well, if you're doing that, then it's on the ready for a few days. You don't just do that beforehand. You work that thing like you do it every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So whenever you feel like it's on the ready,
got a couple days. But listen, we got time for a caller before we wrap things up.
The TA, sorry, let me just answer Kim's question.
Kind of weigh in, And
Kim asked a question in the chat. It says, "What does the THC do to the lube?" Nothing.
It says in the lube. In the lube. What is
the THC only provides stimulation for the woman. It doesn't help with lubrication. It's like putting the two things together. So the lube moisturizes and the THC helps with the desire. It doesn't change it. And there's a company, and I don't even know if I want to pump them out there because they're not paying us. There's a company. You really, the only way you can get it in THC is places that are legal. So like California and places of that nature will sell it. You can't find that in New York where it's legal, but they don't have those products just yet.
So that means, wait a minute. So now you gotta commit a crime and get the coochie working right if you want to bring it back to New York. Is that a felony?
You gotta have a friend in California that is willing to go and buy it.
Anybody want to call in? The number is 201-431-6198 to weigh in on this conversation, or if you just have a general question about the topic at hand. We're going to wrap up soon, but we're going to give you a minute if you want to call in. But yeah, we're going to keep talking about this conversation because it is kind of interesting because people are suffering with this thing out there, guys. And it's a problem for many. Mm-hmm. But it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be. We just want them to know that there's things that they can do and have these conversations with your partners. And if you're single, just be true to what it is going on with yourself and go get some help for it. If you need to stop drinking, stop drinking. I know that it's easy.
No, sex and alcohol goes together like oil and vinegar.
They do, but if it's causing you not to be able to have an erection, then you might want to consider maybe either cutting back or doing something. Or, I know, but see, with the medication, like with these illnesses, you got to take these medications to survive.
Well, I don't think sex and alcohol go together. I just want to say that. I think the best sex I ever had, I was dead sober.
Well, that's for women because I tell you, no lie. My ex-wife, I used to tell her all the time because she don't drink for shit. I used to look at her and say, "You really did all that nasty shit sober like that?" Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, woman is really, really like that. A lot of women don't get off with drinking. I think alcohol with men, like I said, sex and alcohol equals a rock star. So, a woman.
We don't want to promote that though.
Right, because what about men that suffer from that? That's the issue with their
alcoholism. That's not the thing.
Oh well, yeah.
We talk about a couple drinks, and
I got an issue. I got an issue with that too. That's gonna be another show.
That's another show.
Because a lot of that stuff comes down. All of it comes down. Before we go, I think everybody first need to check their mental health and just really see where they at, what's going on. Be it your relationship, being is what's going on in your life, being if it could be depression, it could be a mood disorder, it can be so many other things. I just think that before you just say, "Oh, I have this," or "Oh, I have erectile dysfunction," or "Oh, I'm going through the menopause thing and I can't," whatever the case may be, or look into the medications that you take. Because sometimes it's a medication that can maybe help that. Right. We'll say, well, this is the offset of that. And maybe if you put this on top of it, if you have to take the medication. You understand what I'm saying? So it's all other things.
So that medication can be the issue as well.
But I'm saying, but they have a certain medication, like when people go through things, they have a certain medication that might bring your libido up or your mess around with your testosterone and get your levels back up to where they need to be.
And your diet is important too.
And your diet too, definitely. Your diet, yeah. Eat in moderation, eat and drink in moderation, and drink a lot of water.
I think that as you age, these are some of the things that we, as men and women, will have to deal with. You may not be you directly, maybe someone that you may know. I think one of the first things that you need to do is get yourself to a doctor to find out if there's a real underlying condition that's dealing with it. And then secondly, we need to look at what we are doing in our own lives. You need to look at your health. You need to get out. Maybe it's about exercising. Maybe you need to lose some weight. Maybe you need to, change some, like you guys said, change some of the things that you're eating, get enough sleep. It could be insomnia. I mean, there's so many multiple things that can go wrong. But what's really important is having a conversation without the shame that goes along with it. Because oftentimes, because we don't talk about these things, we run into issues that are unnecessary. You suffer with this thing when you don't have to in silence, because it's an all women gonna go through menopause at some point. And as Rashay put the numbers up about men, and as you age, those that suffer with it, having a friend that you could say, yo, this is what I'm dealing with, what should I do? And talk to a doctor. Let's get out there. He could say to you, I had that issue and this is what I did and I'm over it.
But you know what? I don't know. You tell your woman that, how she gonna put some respect on your name.
And that's what I was gonna say next to the women. Because a lot of times men feel like they can't be vulnerable to with their partner or with women in general. Ladies, don't make your man feel, less than because this is a problem that he's coming to you with. Because then this is what makes men not want to come and talk to you about it. And I hear that a lot of time from a lot of men that they are afraid to be vulnerable with women because women will make a man feel like he can't be that with them. You gotta be able to be that space that they can share and come to, even if it's not your man or your husband, like just maybe because somebody you're dating.
I know, because it's the first thing y'all do when y'all get mad. Little dick, nigga, dick don't get hard anyway. That's the first thing y'all do. Y'all tackle a pee-pee.
His business.
Yeah, tackle a man pee-pee.
Your friends don't need to know that your man penis don't get hard.
I know you ain't tell your friend when it was really hard, right? You ain't want to tell her that, right? You wanted to keep that shit a secret.
Yeah, don't tell his business.
Now your girlfriend looking at a nigga like you crazy. Yo, why Cherie be looking at me like that?
You told it, didn't you?
Oh, so you Rashay.
But guys, we gotta wrap this thing up because we are at the hour mark and
gotta hit that verses, baby. Gotta hit that.
Yeah, we gonna go check out the
verses. Shout out to that verses.
So shout out to Karis, one of the Big Daddy Kane. That's from our era of hip hop. So yeah. But guys, make sure you go follow us on all social media platforms at Conversations with My Cuz. And you can go follow us all on all our individual Instagram platforms. You see the names right underneath our beautiful faces and Rashay's handsome face. So you guys go check us out.
My waves popping and
shit. He look beautiful with his pink on.
He's really beautiful too.
I try. I try. Take care of them titties, ladies, please.
And we are going to end with the quote as we always do. And that quote is, life imposes things on you that you can't control, but you still have the choice of how you're going to live through it. We will see you guys next week. Go check that verse. We're going to talk about that verses next week. Peace and love, everybody.
All right, guys.